All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the weekly recap number 102. 102 weekly recaps where I've sat here on a Friday. We've done a few on a Saturday too, just when we're feeling like extra, like, hey, let's like try some stuff out. So I think we're going to stick with the live format for now, which Shelby on our team very much appreciates. It saves her hours of editing. But this weekly recap really is just a chance for all of you who follow along to, one, make sure you didn't miss out on anything. Two, if you did miss out on anything, make sure you can go back and check it out. You know, every week I'm doing probably 4 to 5 different podcasts that are going live. And so it's really a great opportunity for you to be able to make sure that you're not missing out on all the great content that the Skaled team is putting out, that I'm putting out. And that's really why we do this. And plus, I like to do a little late Friday Q&A. So I'm going to push live a few things. Give me 1 second here. We got to make sure I pull this up on LinkedIn as well, too. I like to see the comments. If you guys have any pressing questions, you guys want to tell me how you ended Q2 here. We actually did hit our Q2 target, which I was very, very proud of the team. They really came through and really did an amazing job of kind of finishing the quarter strong. So we literally scraped by and hit it. But that's why you make sure you have to have the right pipeline. The other thing, I'll tell you a big pipeline myth, is that everyone says you need to have 3x pipeline. It's not true. Every company is different. So there's actually a lot of analyses you can run around that. So, all right, so I'm going to get cranking here. And I'm going to start to drop, or the team's going to start to drop some links in there from the different events that we had this week. And there's definitely a few that if you didn't check them out, you have to check them out. Okay. First one, right, is I want you to, every Sunday, we're dropping a list. So you'll see it in my featured section. So every Sunday, if you're like, hey, what's going on? What events is Skaled running? What events is Jake running? Every Sunday, we're now dropping in a carousel where you can see all the events, get the links, sign up. Again, I think our team is putting out some of the most tactical and actionable content that you're going to find online. You know, what I get, and I'll tell you why we're doing it, man. When I look at these Zooms and I'll have the team go in, we'll spot check, we'll see what people are doing. And what I see is like, it's a lot of theory. It's like optimize your profile, change up your outbound strategy with LinkedIn. It's like, what do I do with that? And I think our team is doing a really good job of getting really tactical, getting in the weeds. So make sure to check that out every Sunday. This Monday went live doing LinkedIn reviews for job seekers. So when we drop that link, just make sure that one on Monday, if you are looking for a job, you have a friend that's looking for a job, they have to go watch the session on Monday. It was all about, how to optimize LinkedIn to get that dream job. So definitely check that out if you're a job seeker. On Wednesday, okay, just make a mental note here from what we did on Wednesday. And I'd love to know, maybe just drop a quick thumbs up if you were able to attend on Wednesday. But Wednesday's session was amazing. We ended up having 2 sales reps that are generating 20 plus meetings a month. Some were generating 8 meetings a month with VPs of companies doing over 200 million just from LinkedIn. I'm telling you, I put a post up about this last night. Some of these old school SDR leaders didn't like it. They're like, Jake, we have to track calls and emails. It's such a waste of fucking time. Stop over-indexing on calls and emails. There are reps that when you empower these reps to use LinkedIn, just because you don't understand it as a leader, right? When you empower them to use it, they're generating 8 qualified meetings a month with VPs of companies over 200 million. And I'm telling you, probably 97% of SDR teams don't have reps doing that. And so I really want to challenge everyone that we rethink kind of like what this looks like as we go forward. So if you didn't get that Wednesday session, the link's in the comments right now. Promise me you're going to watch it. I promise. If you have any doubts about LinkedIn, and again, we get tactical in the strategies, please do that. On Thursday, so yesterday, I did a webinar for Traction Conference. I spoke at this conference back in Vancouver like 4 years ago, where I talked about back to market. I talked about really 2 things: the LinkedIn piece, obviously. I can't not talk about that because it's that important. And 2, I talked about the need to treat sales as a performance organization versus we look at historical data and we make changes every 3, 6, 12 months. That's not going to cut it in this new world. That we have to look at what our marketing counterparts are doing, how they're optimizing campaigns in real time. We need to be optimizing our outbound campaigns, our sales process in real time. So that's what's up from this week, from the things we were getting into. So quick, next up is Jake's take, right? So for me, we need to retire. So this is my take for the week on kind of the theme that I've seen. We need to retire the wait and see COVID mindset. Look, I'm in Texas, all right? COVID is definitely coming back with a vengeance. So, but what that doesn't mean is people are still doing a lot of business. And so you have to start to do a better job of bucketing your targeting into different buckets. These people aren't ready. These people might be ready. And these people are actually in industries that are doing well. So we're going to design sequences that are designed to actively engage with them. So I want us to retire that wait and see mindset. And I want us to move to actually a more global view of what's actually happening in the business world, which is industries that are doing really bad, uncertain times. These groups that are like, hey, I'm not sure where you're at, but if this is of interest, right? If you're open to learning more, we should connect. And this group that's like, hey, based on what I've seen, we should set up time to meet. So that's Jake's take. This week's in the news. I talked a little bit about this, in Texas and across the nation, bars are closing. This week, they actually suspended gyms. This is literally hot off the press. They literally just suspended gyms in Texas as well, too. It might just be Austin. I don't know. We're a little more progressive at times with some of these legislations. So again, be safe out there. Be safe out there, right? Another in the news that I think you should pay attention to, my friends over at TikTok, okay? And a lot of you are like, Jake, you're probably like, what is TikTok, okay? If you don't know what TikTok is, download it, okay? It's an app with basically people doing dances, but it's evolving very quickly. And they just launched a new platform for businesses to help grow their audience. This is big, right? And it's because that's step one that's B2C, right? They're focused more on the B2C. Guess what? Everything B2C comes to B2B. So I'm telling you, for you business owners, if you're in sales, etc., start to think about how this might be relevant. The audience is maturing. It's not just 16-year-olds doing Megan Thee Stallion savage dances anymore. You're going to start to see the demographics are changing on TikTok, right? So don't sleep on TikTok. Start to get involved. I know now you're like, Jake, why aren't you involved? Don't worry. It's in the works. All right. My favorite segment every week is Ask Jake Anything, where basically I will answer your questions. If you post hashtag Ask Jake Anything, Shelby will go out and scour the interweb and find it. So I'm just going to take one today. I'm continuously posting insights and content outside of what our company delivers to the LinkedIn community. The content is relevant to the market we're trying to serve. I'm struggling for likes and comments. Should I be expecting the LinkedIn community to like and leave comments, or is it an indicator my content is not resonating? Should I care about likes and comments? Well, look, I'm going to give you the harsh answer. And the harsh answer is, yeah, it's your content, right? Or it's your audience. And so here's what I mean by that. A lot of people, your LinkedIn audience right now, in terms of who you've connected with in your career, might be coworkers, which isn't actually your target market. So my suggestion here is step one is for the next 3 weeks, I want you to connect with 50 new buyers every single day. Every day, go build a list in Sales Navigator, connect, and then see if it is really a content problem. If so, don't post links. You're probably posting links. Stop doing that. Start to share original insight. So that's it. Make sure your audience is the right audience, and then make sure you're sharing original insights, text only to start. And then I think you'll see a bump in that. The person was anonymous, so I don't really know how to tag in that, which kind of sucks. So segment 5, the shockwave, which is something either ridiculous that I said this week or something that I'm pretty sure is going to happen that might sound ridiculous. Now, yesterday I posted that LinkedIn needed more trolls, right? Yes, like internet trolls. And let me tell you why. Right now, LinkedIn, 98% of LinkedIn is an echo chamber. It's people saying the same recycled things over and over and over. Right now, it's still novel. I got the stats, the new stats. Less than 3% of people. Dude, you guys get ready for this. All right, where's my notes here? Man, this is fucking insane. I was talking to this guy, Marcus Murphy, yesterday. He's actually a customer advisor for LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And his feedback, I think it's 9. Oh, God, I just don't want to butcher this stat because it was so damn good. I want to say it was 9 billion. And again, I don't know why I can't find it. But anyway, long story short, I think the stats are like in the feed every week, there are 9 billion views. 9 with a B views in the LinkedIn feed every single week. 9 billion. Okay. Less than 3% of people are contributing to that. Guys, I mean, I don't know why I have to keep talking about why you should post on LinkedIn, but if that doesn't tell you, it does. The problem is I want you to watch it. A lot of it sounds the same. And what trolls do is they spur conversation. They shut down people that the content's not that great, but they know how to play to the algorithm. And those people, poof, they vanish. Right now, we've got a bunch of text-only thought leaders out there, right, who are pontificating. And trolls keep it real. Trolls will go out and find that shit. You're out there talking about this or that. Trolls are going to fucking shut you down. And so, look, I get it. I know like we want a safe place, et cetera. And I want that too, right? And I don't want to get it twisted. I want it to be a safe place for everyone. But we also need debate. We need active conversation and not just on, because there is active conversation. I've seen it around Black Lives Matter. I've seen it around, Trump and election campaigns and things like that, and that's important. And I'm glad that it's already starting to happen a little bit there, but we need it around the business stuff too. We need debate around best practices, et cetera. All right. So next week, what do we have coming up on the docket for you? Again, if you guys have some questions, I've got a little bit of time to do some Q&A. I don't know if we've got any Q&A coming in yet. But if you guys have a couple, I've got a few minutes here. I can take a couple. Craig McCoy said Monday was very helpful. Craig, that makes me happy. I'm glad. Oh my God, guys, we have holy shit. We have a new emoji on LinkedIn. I just saw. All right, everyone click this for the first time. It's the support emoji. I need your support right now. So I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a middle emoji, which is a hand with a heart on it. Okay, interesting. Let's click that. Give myself a little support. Got to give yourself support first, right? So check out the support emoji. It's interesting that this is the one that they chose versus like a smiley face or something. Huh. All right. But again, obviously there's a lot going on in our world. So maybe that's why they picked it. So we've got a heart, which is love, and a hand lifting up a heart, which is support. So everyone check it out. LinkedIn has made a massive innovation by adding in a hand with a heart emoji, which is great. There's a lot of other things I think I would have focused on first. All right. So next week, what do you all need to know about? And again, team, drop the link in the sign up. So definitely sign up every Monday, 12 o'clock Eastern. It's like clockwork. I'm either doing AMA on a topic or bringing in someone. This week, I've got somebody who I've known for a long time. We used to do CrossFit together back in New York. Gosh, like 10, man, not even, that wasn't 10 years, maybe like 8 years ago. His name's Marco Greenberg. He runs an amazing marketing agency called Thunder 11 in New York. He wrote a book called Primitive: Tapping the Primal Drive That Powers the World's Most Successful People, which I'm really excited about. He literally just sent me a copy of the book. I've got it sitting right over here. So I'm going to have Marco. We're going to talk about that. What drives successful people? What is that, and it's not going to be, we're not going to talk about waking up at 5 a.m. We're not going to talk about that stuff. We're going to talk about the psychology. We're going to talk about the mindset, which is something I'm always down to talk through. And then on Tuesday, and again, we'll drop the link there too, or you can check the carousel. Just go ahead and click all the links, sign up for everything. I mean, like I said, the stuff that we're putting out, again, I think is the most tactical sales advice on the internet right now. And this webinar on Tuesday, what I'm really excited about is that it's with Vidyard, Adobe, and Outreach, right? So team, let's go ahead and tag those three in here as well too. That, what we're going to talk about is video. We're going to talk about video. What I'm doing right here, like the reason I'm starting to do these lives, it's not for the likes. I'm telling you, we ran the stats. When I put up a normal video, we get almost 2,000 plus views on it. Again, when we do a normal post, we get 15 to 20. But on a video, these things, the LinkedIn lives get like 1,000. This is about interaction. This is about me and you. And if you have questions, you can ask them and I can get back to you. If you don't have questions, that's fine too. But again, video to me is the future, right? It's the future of how we're going to interact. Instead of just sending a text on your phone, you send a video. And then also LinkedIn has some DM features as well that you can send. So there's a lot of really amazing things that you can do with video. And so we're going to talk with Vidyard, Outreach, and Adobe on how to put together sequencing that is more video first, right? So I'm really excited for that. So those are the two big things we got coming up. Monday with Marco, Tuesday with Vidyard, Adobe, and Outreach. Make sure you sign up. I think we've dropped the links in the comments here. Cool. All right. So, all right, we got one question and I've got 1 minute. So, and again, is it my man? Who did I see up here? I thought I saw a question pop up. Let me just refresh my browser here. I think I saw, here's my man, Nate Williams. I thought I saw one. Let's see. Yeah, I'd love to learn more about displaying. Here it is. Nathan, what's up, Nathan? Nathan tuned in. See, Nathan's smart. Let me tell you why Nathan's smart. Nathan is selfish. Nathan asks questions that are top of mind. He's like, why not? There's this guy, Jake, who's been there and done it a bunch of times. I'm just going to ask him, and then I'll just do what he says, which is usually the right thing to do. Okay. I'd love to learn more about displaying the confidence to your CEO board when you took the company from 0 to 3 million. What are the actionable steps that one can display to gain the confidence of the leadership team, board members? Okay. There's two things that you need to be able to do as a sales. I know where this question comes from. This is about me in my first year at Glassdoor, first year and a half. And it's sales. One, the board doesn't, as long as things are up and to the right, the board doesn't really care, right? As long as you're doing it right. Now, the key thing that the other piece that I didn't do a good enough job of in retrospect is thinking big picture. That what the board also wants to see, and why so many sales leaders get layered over time, is they don't say, and here's the 12-month and here's the 24-month plan. So here's where we're at now. Here's the things I'm doing from an infrastructure standpoint to make sure we hit our number in 2021. And here's how I'm already thinking about 2022. So for me, like that's what I would say, Nathan, if you want to get a board or your CEO to trust you more, or even your boss, it all trickles down. It's just different. You know, if I'm a sales rep and I want to get promoted manager, I'm going to talk about how I'm thinking about running my business 6-12 months out. Cool. Like that's what I want to see from a leader. Right. But at the board level, I want to know not just do you know your numbers now and are things going up and to the right, but are you thinking about the future? So there you go, everyone. Marco, appreciate you. Love the content, all of you. So look, everyone, that, my friends, is the weekly recap. Ben Smith called out Matt Cross, did a great job. Ben, I agree 100%. Matt Cross and Adam Fee both crushed that session on Wednesday. I got to go back to that session Wednesday. I called our head of marketing after this. And I'm like, Becca, this was like the best. And I was so excited. She just couldn't understand it because it was just, the content was so good and so actionable that anyone could just go rip off their playbook literally tomorrow. It was fire. So look, I want all of you to go out, have a safe, wear your mask if you're out in public. Don't go too crazy. Have an amazing 4th of July. Keep it safe. Have fun. Have a couple White Claws. I know I will. Or Bud Light Seltzers. Bud Light Seltzers is now the go-to, in case you guys were wondering. They're better than White Claws, in my opinion. And yeah, we've got a lot of real amazing stuff. Appreciate the team, Ali Ray, Shelby, for sticking around on our day off and making this happen. If you guys have questions, you can always DM me. That, my friends, is the weekly recap number 102. I'm out.